Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We here at the Can-Am Sim Sport CASS, we're bringing it back. We're bringing back what Raceroom's kind of gotten rid of. I don't mean that, in a bad way. I don't mean that as a shot at Raceroom or KW or whoever. But we're bringing back the endurance races here in Raceroom that used to bring everyone out, used to populate the servers, used to be a good time. And we figured, why not? 2023, the year of the endurance race. So as with all endurance races here, at least in North America, the start of the year brings Daytona. You certainly can't have 24 hours of Daytona in Raceroom. So we shortened it down. 2.4 hours, 144 minutes around Daytona. And what we're doing is we're doing the P2 prototype class in the GTR3. So, about as close, pretty much in Raceroom, as close as you can get to the real thing. Now, we won't take full credit. I do believe Raceroom themselves just announced today that they will be doing kind of the official ranked Daytona 2.4, maybe, I forget what day. It's a Friday, a couple weeks from now, I think. So be on the lookout. This is not official. This is not ranked. This is put on by the CASS, Can-Am Sim Sport Discord group. As you can see in your bottom left, we are using Sim Racing GP. So this is hosted by them, posted by them, but born out of an idea. Or not out of an idea, but brought back by the CASS group. So welcome to everyone out there watching. Whether you're new to the channel, new to the group, or if you've been around for a long time, welcome back. Welcome for the first time. Settle in, have some fun. You're going to get me talking here for just a little bit in the beginning. But then, I'm not really in commentating shape, I guess you could say. I haven't commentated for an entire race in a long time, and I certainly will not restart with 144 minutes of Daytona. I love Daytona. I love watching cars go around there, whether it's sim racing or real racing, and even driving myself in sim racing around Daytona. But I cannot, don't know if I could bring myself to commentate the entire time. So my apologies if anyone's looking forward to that, or maybe you're super happy that I won't be talking the entire time, and we can go from there. So, Dan Dietering, welcome to you, sir. Let me know if everything's sounding okay. I think the sim, I can always bump that up a little bit higher. Let's do that. Let's make it get into the yellow. The track cams on Daytona always post really far away, so it kind of makes it hard to kind of hear the cars. From the track side, it should, I think, pop in to the cockpit or to the dash view every now and then. Once we get there. So welcome as always. Hit the like button just to kind of help out, not really the CASS group, but the video itself. The more likes we get, the more the algorithm, the almighty YouTube algorithm picks us up, puts us out there for people to see that may not know about either us or may not watch our videos before. Just to get recognition, not for the Can-Am Sim Sport Discord group, yes, to get us recognition, but really to give recognition to all these folks out here that they're going to put in the effort for 144 minutes. They deserve it more than anybody. So wherever you are, give them a round of applause for coming out, for filling up the server as much as we can, and for hopefully putting on a good show. So Mark Sutton, welcome to you, sir. Yes, bump it a little. Let's bump it up. What are we at now? I'm at 91% of the audio. I don't want to go too loud because then it'll go in car and it'll absolutely tear up your ears. So like, subscribe if this is the first time you've come around. Put your notifications on. You got some different options for your notifications. You can do all notifications by the CASS YouTube channel. You can do personalized, make it all if you want to. That way you can see whenever we go live or when a video goes up. I will say we're calling this the Endurance Challenge Series. If you want to be a part of it, join the Discord, discord.gg/CASS. You can see that there in the bottom left of your screen. Because that'll grant you access, or that'll get you where you need to be to join the CASS Sim Racing GP group, where all of these endurance races are going to be. That's where you can enter them, you can find out about them, you can race them. So every Wednesday we've got a new combination, a new endurance race per se. They all won't be 144 minutes, but some might be 90 minutes. Some might be 2 hours. Some might be even less. Broken over like 3 different races of the same combination, but heats, you could say. So we have our think tank going crazy. The think tank is working overtime to try to find the best combinations in Raceroom for you out there to race. At least here in North America, trying to give everyone what they want, and that's long races in Raceroom. So we're here to give it to you. So join up wherever you can. Come on out and have some fun. So yeah, sorry, I lost track of what I was saying there, but like, subscribe, notify, join the Discord group, join the SGP group. Keep coming out here in Raceroom. We're going to have our Endurance Challenge series every Wednesday night. Different combination, maybe even a different, what's the word I'm looking for? A different, I'm losing my train of thought. This is why I'm saying I'm not in commentating. I'm not in commentating shape. I forget exactly what I'm doing here. But yeah, just look at the SGP group. Look at the events on Wednesdays. You'll get an idea of what we're doing. And then you can decide if you want to do it from there. The SGP ranking, we're using that. So if you're on SGP or if you're brand new to it, there's a ranking system put in there that takes all kinds of things into effect. We'll give you a ranking. You can lose rank, you can gain rank by, just like how the normal Raceroom or even iRacing, the ELO ranking works. We have that in SGP as well. So kind of something to work towards, even since these aren't the official ranked races. There's still ranking involved. So if you want to try to do the best you can to try to up your stats, to try to up your ranking, do it here. Do it with us. We have just gotten through practice, and we are now going into qualifying. People still have the opportunity to join in qualifying if they have registered for this event. As of right now, we have 4 of the P2, and we have, it looks like, about 15 or 16 of the GT3s. So not too bad. 20 to 22, we might get a few straggling in here at the very end of qualifying to jump in. That we do have open quali, so if they're registered, they still have the opportunity to get there. So 15 minutes of qualifying. Auto director is going to do his work. I even forget how. There's the dash. See how that sounds. Someone out there in the chat, let me know how that sounds over the stream, and we can leave it right where we are. But you can get a sense of the speed of the P2 here around Daytona in Raceroom. But eventually here on the left side, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Mark. We'll leave it there. I'm assuming the software will still do it where it jumps around, for various camera angles. It'll probably be trackside for a while, but then it used to, and it should jump inside as the race goes on. So if it sounds good there, then that's how we'll leave it. You won't have me talking over it. You'll have the sights and sounds of Daytona, Florida, Daytona, USA. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to step away. I'm going to leave you with Raceroom, with the P2s, with the GT3s for 144 minutes around Daytona. Pit stops galore. Action everywhere. Join the Discord. Join the Discord to then get the info you need to join the Sim Racing GP community. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button. I just said that. I need a checklist. I need like a pre-flight checklist. Let's get off of this. Auto director. You'll see someone else. There you go. Sorry. Now it's going to get around to everybody. So whoever's in here will hopefully now get equal opportunity on stream. So yeah, with that, I'm going to step away. I'm going to keep my eye on things. I'll be back every now and then. Make sure everything's still running nicely. Chat amongst yourselves. Cheer on anyone you want as their name starts to pop up there on the leaderboard of where they slot in. Just under 11 and a half minutes of qualifying before a short 3-minute warm-up, and then 144 minutes of action. We'll be back soon. Get some popcorn, get some drinks, settle in, and let's have some fun. All right, everybody. We're almost to an hour and 40 minutes left. A long way to go. We haven't even seen pit stops, I don't think, yet for the GT3s. But I'm sitting here again, jump back in, talking to you all. Thank you for everyone who's been out there, hanging out, watching along. 11 likes already. We love it. The people out there love it. I love it. CASS loves it. We're doing a great job. Let's do this. Let's reset the field. Not reset. Let's go through it again. Let's go through the field. I'm trying to think of the proper term to use, but I can't remember. At almost an hour and 40 minutes to go, we've got John 2 Pardo running a pretty supreme race here out in P1 overall, P1 in class. He's in the orange Chevrolet. He's got about 1.7 seconds over Tyler. As we see him here going through turn 1, you can see John 2 right there and going down the screen right now. But Tyler's keeping it close with an hour 40 to go. So far into this race, so far to go. They're keeping it close, P1 and P2. I would have to think that the Chevys probably have some type of performance boost over the other P2s in the class. That's me just guessing. I'm not actually even sure. P3 at the moment, Victor Paz. Making his way through. I can't even tell you what P2 that is anymore in Raceroom because I absolutely have forgotten what most of the cars are in these classes. I know the Chevys, P1 and P2. This is also a P2 class in P3 for Victor Paz. He's looking about 18, almost 19 seconds back from P2 right now. So kind of out there by himself, keeping it clean, not doing anything to ruin his race. So anything can happen once the pit stops start to happen, and once the leaders P1 and P2 start hitting some more traffic. Who knows? Anything can happen. Moving further back, P4. That might be the same P2 that Victor Paz is in. It looks about the same. But once again, I'm unsure what it is. But Ken Garbett, looks like he's about 50 seconds back from Victor Paz. So P4 in class, P4 overall. I believe he had... what's happened? Amato's coming in for a pit stop. So let's keep going through here. Ian McClure. P1 in class for the GT3s, P5 overall, out there doing his work and looking good doing it. Currently with an 18-second lead over Dimitri here in the Mercedes, P2 in class, P6 overall. Finally, we've got P3. We got Martin Edmonds from the ESR Racing Group, P3 in class, P7 overall. He's in the Porsche top 3, all different manufacturers. How about that? That's pretty cool to see. At least they're not all the same. So a little bit of difference, and he's pretty close, as you can see there. That was Dimitri going right out of the screen, right out of the picture. So he's only about a second and a half back. So he's trying to keep it close here, with a lot of time left to go. You got Adam Komorowski, P4 in class. He's in the Camaro. That Camaro, not his, but the Camaro has seen a lot of Daytona action. If you know Raceroom, then you know what I'm talking about. It's always on Daytona. But he's in the Target Camaro, making his way through. So he's about 10 seconds back from Martin. So he's in distance. Like I said, pit stops have yet to happen for GT3s, at least some of them. And it's about to really pop off. Jeff Lacey, he's in the Bentley. He's got that's not Diego right behind him. Jeff Lacey in the only Bentley out there. A personal favorite of mine, the Boatley. Looking good doing it. Currently in P5 in class. He's got Diego behind him. Looks like his front end's a little bit messed up there in the Callaway Corvette. About 29 seconds back. P6 for Diego. Not too far back, 2.5 seconds. We've got Greg Hudson in the BMW making his way through there. P7, he can see Diego. He's in the eyesight. It's always a good thing. It's what you always want. James McKnight in the eyesight, right here behind Greg, P8 in the BMW. Being followed very closely, as we've seen quite a bit, Terry Sanders in the Mercedes, not too far back. I'm not sure why it shows him. Because he's been lapped. So he's P9 in class, P13 overall. Amato, we saw him in the pits very quickly. Right now he is P10 in class, P14 overall. But he might make some stops, or not some stops, he might make some time up, because I see some people being grayed out, and that means they are in the pits. So he's going to be making up some time. Finally, we got Bernie Puebla. He's in the Ford, currently in P11 in class, P15 overall. Sean Patterson, not far behind, as you can see there. He is under a second to Bernie. Currently P12 in class. He's got the Camaro. It's like he's lost a headlight. But that thing is trucking on. The Cool TV Camaro. Amato's coming in again. Zoltan is unfortunately out of this race. Vic Vega is out. And then Ken Scott. So 3 GT3s out. All 4 P4s still in. There's Martin in. So pit stops are happening. So I'm going to let Auto Director take over once again. He'll get you back out there. That was the field as it stands. We started that at what 140 to go to 135. So it's about where everybody is. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So now it's time for me to be quiet once again. Get you back to the sights and sounds of Daytona, where time is a flat circle in Florida. It never gets nighttime in Daytona, at least in Raceroom. I'm going to mute myself, but I was sitting here enjoying the stream with you all. Love you all out there. Let's go. Alright folks, back again. Under an hour. Time flies in Daytona. But we are officially under the 1 hour mark, 58 minutes to go. And there's always all kinds of stuff happening. On track, in chat, everywhere. But I lost track of time, unfortunately, of where I did a kind of a field, like a field reset. So let's do another one. That way we see everybody. I know auto directors, excuse me, have been jumping around. If you don't know, the auto director tries to keep the closest battle according to the relative on screen. So the James McKnight, Amato, Pereira, Terry Sanders battle that you're seeing on screen now, that's been up quite a bit because they are in a fierce battle, potentially to the death, to see who can prevail in these back three here at Daytona. But they have been yo-yoing all over the place. And I don't mean ping, I just mean positional-wise, trying to get ahead, and potentially pull away. So I figure now is a good time as ever, being under an hour, to go back through the field. So P1, after a round of pit stops, I think the P2s have only done one pit stop. If they've done two, my apologies. That's just how little I pay attention. As I'm sitting here, I have a drink, I'm hanging out, I'm messing around with Streamlabs, I'm messing around with things on the screen. I'm not paying attention to what's really happening. So Tyler is now your P1 overall and P1 in the class of P2. Giantu, who was in P1 for most of the first hour maybe, has settled into P2 with about 31 seconds between himself and Tyler. Then you have the older style, I'll say, of the P2 cars with Victor Paz here about 23 seconds back. In P3, once again, well, he's got some traffic coming up there. I was about to say he's kind of out there hanging out by himself, and he kind of is in class because P4 Ken Garbett is officially a full lap down of the top three. So Ken Garbett, shout out to him. Throw your hands together for Ken Garbett. He's hanging in there. We've seen some spins from him, but he hasn't quit out yet, and hopefully we see him at the end of the race with the checkered flag. So props to him. Keep going and finish it. Nothing better than that. I cursed him. Oh, look at that drift. Drifting back on the oval like he knows. That's how you should do it. Moving back to the GT3 class, you got Dimitri. I can't say the last name, and I won't butcher it. So Dimitri here, P1 in class of the GT3s, has about a 10-second lead over Ian McClure, who's sitting back in P2. But Dimitri here in the Mercedes, your current P1 in class, P5 overall. Ian McClure, he's about 10 seconds, give or take, back here in P2 in class. He's in the Chevy, or he's in the what's he in? He's in the Corvette. That's not the Callaway Corvette, so I don't even know which one that is. That's also how little I pay attention to the cars in Raceroom. Oh, commentator Kurtz, there it is. A little wiggle going into turn one, but he saves it, and off he goes. Martin Edmonds, about 12 seconds back, 13 or so. He's fighting for the podium. Who is? You tell me who, Zoltan. Martin Edmonds here. The fighting Canuck. The fighting Canadian. I mean Ken. Yes, Ken is fighting for position. Or podium in class. P3 currently. Martin Edmonds here in the Porsche. Making his way. He's about 12.8 seconds back from Ian McClure. Jeff Lacey. The Iron Man. At least for this one. I think he had some issues in the beginning. Maybe got caught up in some scuffs, some scuffles. I think he was near the back of the entire field at one point in the early stages, but has moved himself up into P4 in class. About 29 and a half seconds back from Martin Edmonds. More pit stops to come, I think. Probably one more at least for the GT3s. 53 minutes to go. Adam Komorowski in that Target Camaro making his way through. About 15 seconds back from Jeff Lacey, current P5 in class. Bernie Puebla moving his way up in the state of Florida with his Ford GT. P6, 21 seconds, 22 seconds back from Adam. P7 in class, right? Yes, P7 in class, P11 overall, Greg Hudson in the BMW. Now, my software on this side says that he has 100% engine damage. That cannot be right because he's still going, and he's been going like that for a while, so the software's lying. But he might have a little bit of damage there on the front end. Who knows? But he's still going strong. P7. P8 in class, Sean Patterson. Another Camaro out there running the... He's a Canadian, but he's running the American flag. God bless him. He's about 16.5 seconds back from Greg in P7. Diego running that Callaway Corvette. The front's a little bit messed up. He's having fun, though. At least I think he is. Let's hope he is. P9 in class. And he's less than 2 seconds back from Sean, so keep your eye on that one. We will keep our eye on that. There's Sean going out of the picture right now. Boom. There's Diego following him. Amato is finally ahead of James McKnight and Terry Sanders. I was either going to do Terry Patterson or Sean. No, not Sean Patterson. James Patterson. Who's James Patterson? I think that's an author. You can tell I have a drink. We're going crazy. Either way, Amato. He is, 7 seconds back from Diego. And look at that. My software is showing Diego's under a second to Sean, so we're going to switch to that very soon. And here it is. I want a technical inspection of James McKnight. I want the back end of his BMW checked for a magnet, because I'm pretty sure Terry Sanders put a magnet in there, because these two are unbreakable. These two are like peanut butter and jelly. You can't split them up. We need some inspections. There's probably a magnet in the back of that BMW and a magnet in the front of that Mercedes. Either way, these two are flat out fighting. Doesn't matter what position they're in, they are fighting. Like I said earlier, maybe to the death by the end of this. But James McKnight, P11 in class. Terry Patterson. See, I did it again. Not Terry Patterson. Terry Sanders. Going through the bus stop there. Under even half a second, about 3/10 back. They are fighting. And I love it. I love to see that. That's what endurance racing is. Doesn't matter where you are, what lap you're on, where the leaders are compared to where you are. You're probably fighting with someone somewhere on the track at any given time. These two are fighting. I love to see it. That's what makes endurance multi-class racing probably one of my favorite things to do and watch ever in motorsport. So, a little fun fact. Put that on your bingo card if you want. That's it though. Not 16 people. How many's left? 16 people out of 19 starts are still in this thing, still rolling, hopefully still having some fun. Let's let Auto Director take over. He needs to earn some money. He wants to retire. Let him retire. And he immediately goes to Diego. Great choice, Auto Director. That's Sean Patterson right ahead in the Camaro. Diego's right behind. Let's follow along for a little bit, for as long as Auto Director wants to show these two. But we also might override and come back. But there you go. Right into it. Sean went a little bit wide. You can see Sean at the top of the oval. He's on the high line. Oh, this is good. This is very good. Look at this. Oh, a little side draft action coming down the bus stop. Let's go in car with Diego. Bus stop. Hit the brakes. Slam him into the floor. Watch out for those track limits. I want to know. We're gonna have to ping someone after this race to see how many incident points they've accumulated. I think we allowed 100 on the server, and Raceroom has just absolutely squeezed the life out of the bus stop. Where if you even look at the curbs, you're getting incident points on the entry and exit. So it'll be interesting to see. I see yellow flags popping up. I have no idea. There's Diego, Auto Director. Do your job. I'm going to mute myself again. Hopefully you found that. Talking to Martin, he's busy doing fuel calculations. Nice. Very nice. That's not one of my strong suits. We just go full fuel all the time. James McKnight into the pit. 48 minutes to go. I'm assuming that's probably going to be his last pit of this race. Somebody else coming out of the pit. But of course we don't have a camera up there, so we'll never know who that was. That could have been Martin. Nope, that's not Martin. Martin, now P2. James McKnight, he's in the box. Dimitri. How did he slip all the way back? Dimitri has slipped back to P12. That might have been him. Maybe a drive-through. I don't know. I did turn off the penalty alerts because they were covered by all my graphics anyway. Holy cow! I think we had a disconnect. That car is gone. That was a exit stage left, if I've ever seen one. Unfortunate for Dimitri. He was going really good, so I'm assuming he probably ended back in P12 because probably had another issue somewhere earlier in that lap before eventually just fully cutting out. The best stops in the scene right now. Yeah, Zoltan. I'm guessing it is because even I did one lap just to get a screenshot, and I got a slowdown penalty on the entry and then another slowdown penalty right on top of that on the exit. I hit pause, I took a screenshot, I quit, and that was it. Either way, John 2. No, that's Diego. That's John 2 going by Diego. No. What's happened here? Oh, Diego's floating through the air now. So Dimitri and Diego are gone, unfortunately. Gotta let Auto Director take over. So Terry Sanders has moved himself up. He's yet to go through the pit. There was somebody. Stuff is everywhere. But either way, Terry Sanders. I hope I didn't call him Terry Patterson again, but I might have. Terry Sanders has now moved up into P7. Amato has come in probably for his last pit stop. Getting some fuel, getting some Gatorade, getting some tires maybe. Checking Twitter. Who knows? But he's in there. Yeah, he went full mole man on that one. He said what barrier? He just went right on through it. So Tyler holding a 32-second lead. 11 life up there. He could be waving to the crowd on every lap through the tri-oval. It's not really a tri-oval. Or is it? It's not. I know Talladega is a tri-oval. Either way. Through the front straight, through the front stretch, through the front oval. Tyler's probably waving to the crowd. Oh my God. Why did it go to Diego? So Diego, yeah, okay. Auto Director, he really wants to get out of here. He switched to Diego on his own there. Bernie. What has happened to Bernie here? Bernie is sitting right in the middle. Oh, so Bernie's out. Hopefully we're not having, hopefully the server instance by the fine folks of Sim Racing GP isn't having some issues. But that's now 3 people that have unfortunately disconnected, I believe, within the past 3 minutes. I think we're going to sit in the cockpit for one full lap here. And I will not talk. Scott, I wonder if Martin got the DT, the drive-through for either speeding into the pit or out of the pit. Would have to be what I would assume. Either way, unfortunate. He is where? Martin's now P4 in class. Coming up on 35 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, we will do one last field reset to show where everyone is. As you see Tyler here, this is 4th position with Victor Pass as they go up to the bus stop, through the bus stop, and out the other way. I will say the windshield of that bad braking into the pit, yeah, probably tripped the line with too much speed. But that Chevy P2 has a very dirty windshield. Motto back here in P9 in class, P13 overall. As you see James McKnight there go into the pit for, I would think, a pretty late pit, but might need some fuel, maybe repair something. Who knows? But he is in there. Victors are going to try to keep up here. I would have to think that, I said this earlier, I think those style of P2s are probably down on power compared to the other two in the race, because they have a hard time keeping up, at least from what it looks like to me. I could be totally off base with that. And I probably am. But everybody, from top to bottom, is really spaced themselves out from who's in front and who's behind. Tyler there at the edge of the screen, with Victor now in the middle. That's the closest on track, and Victor's about 1.5 seconds back, with that gap growing, with Tyler pulling the way. But you have John 2 about 49 seconds back. In the GTs, everyone is very much spaced out, so we're definitely to the point of the race where we're not going to find, at least not too many battles or close battles, as everyone's kind of settled into where they are and are kind of just working for the finish. We've got 32 minutes to go. You're definitely in the final quarter of race. Adam might have to do a splash and dash. Got it. Martin is... Scott, you tell Martin that he is... he's got all kinds of stuff going in that cockpit right now. But also tell him he's doing a fantastic job. But yeah, Adam there in P3, Martin right behind in P4. Oop. Sorry, I forgot to click back on Auto Director. But Auto Director, if you don't know, when it gets to like this in the race where everyone is very much spread out, it usually focuses on P1. So if it focuses there for a while, I will try to look up and move around. But we see Ian here come into the pits, and Scott Martin might be correct with maybe most of the GT3s where they're kind of off sync, and they're coming in for a little bit of fuel. Sean Patterson, that's a lost wheel. That's a lost hood. That is probably a lost race car. And he is officially out. That's a shame to see this far into it. 30 minutes to go. The master strategy. Yeah, he's, whew. I mean, kudos to him. I know I couldn't do that. while in there racing. I'm usually having a hard time thinking about what I'm trying to do, let alone anyone else. But Ian coming down. There's Jeff Lacey, the Boatley. Oh, give me the Boatley. He's moving right along. Moving up into P1. Now, I will say, I think from what I remember, the Bentley, quote-unquote Boatley, has a massive fuel tank. So, I don't know if Jeff's going to have to do a splash and dash super late into this, or if he's got enough, but I do remember from the times I drove it, it can hold its fuel. So we'll see. But Jeff Lacey has now inherited P1 after I said kind of being almost down last position of this race at one point. All right, I promised you 30 minutes to go. Under 30 minutes actually. 29 minutes and change. Tyler up here. I won't say his last name because I'll probably get it wrong. But Tyler is in the Chevy P2 as we've seen before, but he has about a 5.5 second lead. Currently P1 overall, P1 in class as he's coming up on James McKnight there. Across the start-finish line, James stays well out of the way. Very nice of him, and Tyler's going to keep right on going. Victor Paz. He's been kind of in between P2 and P3 in this race. Currently in P2. About 5 seconds back. We'll have to see. I'll keep an eye on how pit stops, if they happen or not with the P2. I'm also not sure. We're going to start seeing maybe some more folks from the GT class jump into the pits real fast for some fuel, top it off, or at least get enough to the end. John 2 making his way past Terry Sanders there on the oval section. Zipping right by. Currently P3, about 45 seconds back from Victor Paz in P2. Ken Garbett, still only one lap down. Props to that man. I think earlier this evening he was even asking for help with the car, so he's lasted this long. Hopefully we don't curse him by saying that. Only one lap down, which is not bad at all. P4 in class, P4 overall. Jeff Lacey, as we were just talking about him a minute ago, in the Boatley, looking good. My favorite car in the GT class. Currently P1. Ian McClure, about 9.2 seconds back. And whatever Corvette that is, I'm not even sure. Like I said, probably one of the Charlies, one of the C's. I don't know which one. P2, 8.7 seconds back. Adam, as we've kind of seen from the chat there, Adam might be coming in at some point to put some more fuel in for the end of it. Either way, he's currently P3, taking that Target Camaro back out to the oval where it belongs, at least in Raceroom, and off he goes. Martin in the Porsche, I think the only Porsche out there. Well, he's the only Porsche out there right now, but he's the only one. Number 2 to start. He's the final Porsche, currently in P3, doing some big brain strategy in that cockpit right now. So kudos and props to him. We'll see what happens here with 26, just under 27 minutes to go. Terry Sanders, P5, 55 seconds back from Martin, but he has been an absolute rock. We've seen him fight around with Amato, James McKnight. I forget who else he was fighting around with. He was right there with Diego at one point, but he has outlasted. He's currently, doesn't matter what lipstick you put on the crown, it's still a pig. It is. Into Raceroom, it's an oval car, so put some lipstick there as well, on the front and the back. Lipstick all around. Terry Sanders, P5, right? Right. Yes. Terry Sanders, P5. Greg Hudson in the BMW, in the Dunlop BMW, P6, about 16 seconds back from Terry Sanders there, P6 in class. Amato rolling back out to the oval section. 63, so just over a minute and some change back from Greg. Sitting there in P7 in class. And then finally, The last car out there for right now. Others have dropped out due to whatever. But James McKnight, 58 seconds back, P8 in class. So top to bottom, that's who's left. That's who's outlasted, who's endured. Endured. It sounds weird, but I think that is 2.4 hours of Daytona here in Raceroom. Auto director, of course, jumps right back up to Tyler, but it's deserving because he's. I mean, from what I've seen, I think he's run a pretty perfect race. No problems, no issues, no problems with traffic. He's had no penalties. His car looks squeaky clean, other than that dirty windshield. So he is, he's on it. There you go, Scott. It is a good, I don't know if that's a new livery or not. I don't know if I've ever seen that livery for the BMW, so it's a very nice livery. Very stylish. I do like that. But also with the field reset, thank you to everyone out there in YouTube land, in the chat, who's been hanging out, whether I've been here or not, hanging out, watching this. You all, and the folks on the track are the reason that we do this. So we like to showcase, we're not showcasing the sim, we're showcasing the people. And this could be AMS2, this could be iRacing, this could be ACC, this could be any sim, that we're showing right now, but we're showing it because we're giving people a place to race that is North American based, but we also have folks from all over the world who want to race with us, and that's what we love, that's what we want, that's what we try to promote. Fun racing, clean racing, and competitive racing. Those are the 3 points. That's my mission statement, my personal mission statement for the Can-Am Sim Sport community. If you're looking for people to race with in North America, South America, Canada, or if you're from abroad. Oh no. Scott. Was that who I thought that was? What's happening to James? James is in there. Was that a glitch, or did he actually hit the wall? We saw the yellow and blue Porsche of Martin Edmonds fly into the wall there, and it's back out. Time will tell what happens there. Auto director caught the very end of that. Jeff Lacey, now P3, as he's in to get a little bit of gas. Ian McClure takes over P1. Adam, P2 there. Jeff Lacey, P3. Martin, where's he coming through? Just the bus stop, so he will not get Martin, or he will not get Jeff Lacey. He might have if he wouldn't have gotten into the wall there. Hopefully the car's fine. My software shows there's no damage anywhere, but usually I am wrong when it comes to that. So we'll keep an eye on him. We'll see where he stands, where he goes. Maybe with 21 minutes left, he's going to just limp his way back home, or at least a P4. Maybe Terry Sanders can be a shark. Maybe gain some time back. A little blood in the water, who knows? Either way, no damage. Good. I like that, Scott. Scott, you're like you're almost like an in-car reporter. I love it. And I appreciate the info too. It's very helpful. For the Can-Am Sim Sport. Can-Am Sim Sport, yes. Join the community if you haven't already. We do all kinds of stuff, whether it's Raceroom, AMS2, which is Automobilista 2, or if we get people together for an iRacing endurance event, or if we don't really do any ACC stuff, we don't really do any R Factor stuff. We do Dirt Rally 2. Dirt Rally 2, there's a championship, or there's a club together for Can-Am Sim Sport people. So we sprinkle stuff all over the place. within the sim racing landscape. So if you're looking for people to race with, that is fun, that's clean, and that's competitive, then this is the place to do it. Every Friday night. Yeah, Scott is from the pits right now. He's tapped into this Porsche. Oh, sorry. I need to get auto director. I got on my soapbox of whatever, and I forgot to click away. Fun, clean, competitive. We have, at the moment, what you're seeing here, every Wednesday going forward, we have an endurance challenge. That's part of a long series, as we're going to call it. You got to be in the SGP community to do so. That's why Cass rocks. That's right. We try to give people somewhere to race that's not a random lobby, or that's not an absolute dunk fest of just people taking people out and whatnot. Ken Garbett coming here into the pits with the open top P2. I'm not sure why Auto Director really wants to know what he's doing, because he's following him in there. But we've got the Wednesday evening race room endurance challenges. Events can be Martin's turn. Let's show it. I don't think Nightbot liked one of those words, but we'll allow it. Wednesday night race room endurance challenges on SGP. So if you look to the chat, you're going to find the SGP link for our community. You're also going to find a link for the events. In there, you can see all the events that we have scheduled. Wednesday nights, Friday nights, race room. We run those all out of SGP, because SGP allows us to set it and forget it. It's all run off of AWS instances. We can set what we want. There's SGP ranking. So if you're one of those people, nothing wrong with it. If you're one of those people who strive for a high rank, no matter the game or no matter the environment or whatever, if you're trying to get the best that you can be and compare yourself to others, SGP has a ranking system that we are using. So get yourself. Some people in our community pride themselves on being in every Raceroom event. So, people are taking it seriously, and we love to see it. Outside of SGP, it means you'd have to be in the Discord. We are currently running a closed, I say closed because it's full, but we're running an AMS2 IMSA style series on Monday nights. DPIs and GTEs. We just ran that 2.4 Daytona event last Sunday. They now moved to Mondays, and the next one coming up is 90 minutes of Watkins Glen. We don't really have a broadcast of that. We don't have a broadcast of any AMS2 events because that is very time consuming. It is not like Raceroom here in this software. Yeah, Tyler is sipping a tea. Hopefully it's a hard seltzer, like a twisted tea. There goes a Camaro into the grass. It's Adam. Where's Adam? Where's he at on the list? Second. That might help out Lacey. AMS2 was a little bit of a chore to try to do broadcasts, and I actually race in that. So if you're interested in the AMS2 stuff, or at least watching, join the Discord. There's usually links that go out from people's personal POVs on their personal YouTube pages. So you can find at least some stuff to watch there if you're interested in that. Thursday nights, we run an AMS2 event as well as Sunday nights. So what is that? Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The only night we don't have anything is Tuesday. So if you're looking for something to do any given night, except Tuesday, in either Raceroom or AMS2, with people who like to have fun, people who like to race clean, who like to race competitively, join the Discord. That was a long 10-minute explanation of why you should be in the Discord. And a lot of these people in the chat here this evening are from the CA, the Can-Am. It's always the Can-Am Sim Sport, CASS. They're from this community, so they can attest to what a great environment it is to race with the rest of us and to feed off of everyone else's conversations. You can go from there. So that was like an infomercial of what to do. And I get talking, and then I forget that it's just focused on Tyler. Let's see here. We got under 15 to go. Victor, since we were on P1 with Tyler, Victor's about 17 seconds back, holding out P2. John 2's about 38 seconds back from him. So, if all goes well, I don't know what they're going to have to do here for pit stops, if any. If Victor didn't really have any problems, he's probably going to be able to hold off John 2 for the P2 spot overall and in class. King Garbett, still one lap down, still out there, still rolling in that DHL yellow and red P2 vehicle. With the small shakeups, I don't know if he really had any. Jeff Lacey had to come in, so Ian McClure out there rolling around the oval section, 17 seconds ahead of Adam. Ian here in P1. I still don't know what Corvette that is. Someone in the chat might know. I don't know. I don't know. And the software doesn't tell me which one it is. Not that I need to know. Or does it? Let me see here. It doesn't. I don't know. So Ian, P1 in class, P5 overall. Adam here. The Target Corvette holding strong, looking good too. It's like he really hasn't had any issues with outside the track limits. Pretty squeaky clean there with the 44 Target Camaro in P2. Jeff Lacey. That's Greg Hudson behind, so that is not for position. But the green Bentley moving through into turn 1, currently P3 in class. Martin, we saw him get into the wall there a little bit. We've seen some reporting from Scott. So thank you so much, Scott. Currently in P4 in class, about 14, just under 15 seconds to Jeff Lacey. So P4 there for Martin. Greg Hudson, who's in between Jeff Lacey and Martin, currently in P5. And what we've seen from Scott as the gorgeous livery of the BMW, and he's not wrong. Terry Sanders from the Sim Pit crew. I should know what that is. Isn't that a YouTube? Isn't that a YouTube channel, or is that something else? I don't know. But he's in 5th, right? No, 6th. P6 in class, P10 overall. Amato, 27 seconds back from Terry Sanders. P11 overall, P7 in class. And then James McKnight has officially gone down 1 full lap, but he's out there. P12 overall, P8 in class. So no one really super close. It looks like the closest just from the quick look. Martin Edmonds there, P4, GT3. It's about 15 and a half seconds back from Jeff Lacey. P3, GT3. The P2s have pretty much spaced out. 20 seconds between first and second. 36 seconds between second and third. So Auto Director is probably going to jump back up to Tyler. Yes, he does. Let's go on board with Martin here. Not that we're going to be able to tell anything from being on board, but I will say, for as old as Raceroom is, the cockpits, like the in-car instruments, and just the detail and modeling of all the steering wheel, the dash, and all the other extra buttons and bits and everything, it always looks good. I'm always impressed. I mean, overall, Raceroom is, you know, let's admit it, it's pretty ugly. It is really old. But the cockpits, I love. I love the camera view. So we're gonna put this back on auto director real fast. It's gonna go to Mark, or it's gonna go to Tyler. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna walk away for just a minute, and I'll be right. Scott. Adam is doing a one-stop race. Yeah, that's impressive. I think from what people have said earlier in the chat that GT3s can go about definitely over an hour for fuel, so he could be massively fuel saving and just driving those tires, babying them. Who knows, but impressive either way. We're kind of just rolling through people here as the times are very, very stretched apart. We've got 1:30 to go. So I would think where's Tyler here? He's there. I'm not sure what last lap for Tyler was a 1:43. So he might get to the line just a couple seconds before, so there might be one more lap after this. We'll keep an eye on him. You got Victor here, about 11 seconds back, 12 seconds back from John 2. Ken Garbett right in the same area, 2 laps down. Ian's just coming through there. But I believe it goes, if I can remember, it's been so long, I believe it goes off of the overall leader. So if Tyler gets to the line, and he should, 45 seconds to go. There you go. So Bernie, the tires can last one stop. I can't remember. Do the GT3s in Raceroom, do they have the fuel mappings? I can't remember that, honestly. So if they do, Adam might be running the lowest fuel mapping to get the most length out of it. But there goes Tyler across the line. So this will be the last lap here of this 2.4 hours of Raceroom action. Hopefully you've enjoyed at least watching, having me come around every now and then to commentate. There you go. So yeah, Bernie, the fuel mappings of 1 through 5. Now I can't remember off the top of my head which one's the highest and lowest for Raceroom. They're all different across the sims. Map 5 is the most fuel burn, and then map 1. Yeah. So maybe he's running the 1. Maybe he's running the lowest fuel map to make it. Someone will have to ask in the Discord. It will not be me, but someone will have to ask how he did it. But Tyler's coming around and back on the oval. Final lap of the race. Excuse me, Ian. Yeah, 1's the least. Yeah, there you go. Oh, let's get off. Sorry, I need to click back. Tyler's through the bus stop. Coming around. He is going to be P1 overall. P1 in class. Igeli. Tyler Igeli? Igeli. Boom. Your overall winner and winner of the P2 class. Right there. Where's everyone else? Here comes Ian. We'll catch him across the line. He's going to be, if nothing happens, if there's no curse that I've just saying this, he's going to be your P1 in the GT3 class. John 2's coming through. He's going to be P2 overall, P2 in the P2 class. P2's everywhere for John 2. We'll follow Ian here through the end of the bus stop, which is passed through, up to the start-finish line. And there is your GT3 winner, class winner, Ian McClure. If I had a clap sound, if I had a clap button, I would do it. I don't have anything like that. Or like a celebration. Adam here Martin's come through P4. He's doing his donuts. Greg Hudson has gone to the pit. Adam, I guess, on the one-stop. The one-stop magician. Adam Komorowski in that Camaro. You'd think would just guzzle the fuel. But he's held on somehow with tires and fuel for one stop. It's amazing. Coming across the line, P2 in class, P6 overall. Jeff Lacey going through the bus stop. I think John 2's already come through. John 2's done. Victor Paz, done. Jeff Lacey coming through. Bringing the Boatley home to a third place class finish. There you go. Clap in the chat. Give a clap out there. The server doesn't even care. There it is. There's your final stuff. P1, P2, P3 for the P2 classes. Tyler, John 2, Victor. P1, P2, P3 of the GT3s. Ian, Adam, Jeff, Lacey. Martin Edmonds coming in there, P4. Congratulations to all the finishers. Congratulations to everyone who participated. It's a long race, no matter what sim it is, no matter what car it is. So we appreciate everyone at least coming out, giving their attempt. We love it. Had 19 out there. I think we had maybe low 20. Adam says he was on Imaging Map 5. Yeah, I don't know. That's a mystery to me. And one that I will not try to figure out. So we're at there it is. So we'll throw this up. As it says, thank you for watching. This was the Can-Am Sim Sport, formerly known as North America Raceroom. North America Raceroom is no more. We are, from here on out, the Can-Am Sim Sport CASS Discord community. Discord.gg/CASS. We'll get you to where you want for all of the discussion, all of the craziness that the community can bring you. This server, this session, was brought to you by Sim Racing GP. If you want to get into that, find us through that link to our Sim Racing GP SGP community. And then finally, if you want to find what events we have coming up, at least for Raceroom on the docket, you can find from that link right there. In 2 weeks, got to wait 2 weeks. So you're going to have 2 Friday sessions coming up. This Friday is the Formula US around Indianapolis Oval. 2 races, 20 minutes each for our Friday night session. The next big endurance race is going to be on, hang on a moment. I won't keep you any longer since it's almost 11:40 p.m. on the East Coast. The next big one is what we're calling the Brit Car. The Brit Car, January 25th, 8:30 p.m. Let's look at the event configuration. It's going to be one race of 90 minutes. And it's going to have the Praga R1. So one of the newer additions to Raceroom, the Praga R1, the GT3 class, and then I believe it's the 2013 WTCC class. So, some triple multi-class action there around Donington. So, some true British car racing, if you've ever seen it here in Raceroom. Donington Park, Praga, WTCC 2013 class, and GT3. So if that interests you in any way, shape, or form, there's already 10 people signed up for participation. 24 spots left. If you want to get in, find that event on the SGP, sign up, get your spots secured. If you're not signed up to participate, you can't get in. Even if you somehow get the password afterwards, it locks in who's actually signed up to participate. So get your participation put in there. We will stream that one as we've done now, kind of the same way. I'll jump in and out. I won't talk the entire time because sometimes I just go off the deep end and who knows what I'm talking about. But we'll try to stream as much as we can when it comes to Raceroom. Maybe not some of the Friday nights, depending on what's going on, but at least the Wednesday endurance races, we will have them all. So If you want to get out there and race with some very fine racers, some very fine people, come on in. CASS on Discord, CASS on SGP. That's all you need to know. That's all you need. With that, we're getting out of here. Thanks to everyone that hung out for the duration in the chat. We got 13 likes. If you've stopped by and you haven't put a like on that yet, put a thumb up on there. And that's not for me. That's not for that's not for me. That's for the community. That's for the people that were out there who either finished or started. All 19 people in the race. Put a thumb up for them. Put a thumb up for the community. Doesn't matter about me. Don't care about me. When are shopping carts? I have no idea. Are the shopping carts even in Raceroom at the moment? I know they come and go. But Scott, join the community, join the SGP, and you'll find out. Because even I don't know that. And I'm an admin. That's how little I know. With that, we're getting out of here. I've talked enough. I've held your attention enough. I've held enough of your time. I want you to have some of your time back. We're getting out of here. See you when we see you. Keep an eye on the channel. Get your notifications set. You'll see when we get a stream scheduled, and we'll go from there. Everyone stay safe. Everyone stay healthy. Get out there and sim race wherever you can. Join us. Love you all. We'll see you on the next one.